ball too hard, and that's where they manage to find the edge. But if you play good cricket shots and you find good timing, as New Zealand have so far, you will find the boundaries. Yeah, just proper cricket shots. In that game against Afghanistan and England, you'll see Ibrahim Sadran just playing, not looking to overhit the ball, just standing there, watching the ball carefully, making sure that he makes good contact, not overhitting it. Managed to find the boundary with ease.
Rickleton in the covers. What an exciting player he is. Higher scores in the Champions Trophy this edition. 165 from Duckett on this pitch as well. Well, this block. Inglis at Lahore as well. So it's been a run fest when you come to this city. Nice and fine. Got it covered down there. That third man. Geedy down there. Resisted the urge, South Africa, to perhaps put Shamsi in today. Was that a possibility or not?
I mean, there's always a possibility, but I think they're running with a team that's done well for them so far. I think they like KG coming in as the first choice follow-up bowler after the seamers. And he gives them something with the new ball.
Again, brilliant, absolutely sensational. That has saved 3 because he pummeled that Vanderdussen. Great job.
Good hand here by Vanderdussen, and as he's got it, you can see the finger strapping come flying off his finger. Almost looks like his whole finger's popped off. And it just shows you the pace that ball's been hit at, and the square here is quite big and very hard. As the ball hits that square, it almost generates pace.
Young gets it. Square of the wicket for 4. So they're trying to bounce. It's not paying a dividend at the moment. It's 29 for none after 5.
तो फिर चले मम्मी के घर. लजीजा शाही टुकड़ा मिक्स, मीठा जो चाहत बढ़ाए.
Chest height, really. It's almost as if New Zealand are half expecting this length because they're sitting and waiting and they're getting it. So maybe a rethink here, skipper. Some good square of the wicket shots already, haven't we? 1 or 2 very, very good pull shots, left hand and right hand version. So it suggests that if you're going to bounce these batsmen, you've got to get it at a slightly more awkward height than that. Just too comfortable on the surface, it seems.
So if you're going to use that short ball as part of your arm, your line, as we mentioned, is the other thing that has to be good. Also, at some point you're going to find the bowlers taking pace off the ball, changing up just to keep the batters guessing, because you can hit through the line of the ball sometimes. So I'm not saying don't use a short ball, don't hit your hard length. When does the cutter come in on this surface?
New Zealand need a great stand, and that graphic illustrates exactly why. They just cannot get a partnership of substance at the top of the order. Maybe today, and maybe that's a commentator's curse.
The thing is that these two opening batters have had hundreds, so individually they've been good. Rachin had 100, Devon, Joey Young had 100, Will Young early up in the first game. Whether that leads to a cooperative establishment of the partnership, only time will tell.
Had a good call there, Bish, earlier with the slower balls, and I have a feeling Ngidi will go to one fairly soon. There it was, right there. Just had a feeling that guy, I saw him have a look at mid-wicket, also at cover. After playing with them for quite a long time, you get the idea in the body language that something's going to come. And with the short balls that have been bowled, that change of pace is a good one, where the weight is slightly just a little bit back, and you might just get a batter playing a little bit too early, getting caught in front of square cover.
Hell of a spot. Really? You got that from his body language?
The next thing you'll see Ngidi do is bend down and tie his shoelaces. That's the next one. Just buys him a little bit of time, and then he'll follow that up with a pace ball. Which probably shouldn't be giving all these secrets away, but it's good for my street cred.
Is this feel that they've got now to Will Young with the short fine leg and the deep square, even to Rachin Ravindra if Marco Jansen bowls again. You could sort of get that fine leg up to, he's looking to pull length.
Another one there, and it almost paid off to Will Young, who chipped it towards mid-on, and he's interested because he had deceived him. Very interesting, food for thought over that one. 30 for none.
Two really good slow deliveries, because it's one thing having the slow delivery, right, and being deceptive with it. As you know, Dale, landing it on the correct length is as important as the variation itself, and that's what Ngidi did twice in that over. Not too full, not too short.
Good start for New Zealand, safe start. Tallest man in the tournament, talking to the shortest man in the tournament about the plans. And Bishop spotted length.
A couple of short balls have sort of disappeared, and then when it's been short of that good length. Nice single. So I'm not saying the short ball doesn't have value, it does have value, but so far they've conquered it. So what's your quietest area so far, and it's in most contests, is hitting that good length to start with the odd variation into the length. Only 43 on that good length.
Probably an area where Jansen can certainly improve. Just his change of pace bowling. Bowls the bouncer so well. But I know for myself, when I came here and I played a lot of cricket here, learning from past players, that this is faster cutters. And if you can include that with the couple bounces that he's bowling right now, obviously New Zealand are aware that the short ball is coming. At it makes that change of pace so much more valuable. Oh, that's a fantastic shot. That is just stand and deliver. Rachin Ravindra. That is an incredible cricket shot.
Rachin has a giant bowling at him. One of the tallest, if not the tallest bowlers in the world game. Little cutter, and yet still he's pressing forward onto this. Look at that. And throwing the hands through it. It's an amazing shot with amazing control.
Watch his eyes on those replays, how focused he is on that ball. There's no fear. It's not like he's worried that he's going to be hit. He's leaning into the shot. He's telling the bowler, I'm not scared if you drop it short. I'm throwing my best foot forward. And then the focus in the eyes tells a story. Look at that.
Oh, wow. That's not too bad either. What a treat. What a treat we're seeing at this stage.
That wrist work again. We saw one earlier off the bowling of Ngidi by the same man, Rachin Ravindra. So when he's got that offside game, he plays the short ball and then he can give you that wrist work. It tells you about the quality of player, and we most remember it in that 2023 World Cup in India.
Some of these shots, best for last, I reckon. What about that? Bavuma had designs on sliding and getting to it, but nope, no chance. It raced away. Getting out of this power play for South Africa with not a whole lot of damage. Easy paced, and there are shots galore being played.
Yeah, premium on being nice and straight, Tommy, but not too straight. Nothing much you can do about that one. That was pretty straight.
11 में number 1 Temba Bwama, number 2 Rick Elton, number 3 Dusan, number 4 Eden Markram, number 5 Klassen, number 6 David Miller, number 7 Mulder, number 8 Jensen, number 9 Keshav Maharaj, number 10 Kagiso Rabada, number 11 Ngidi का नाम आता है. न्यूजीलैंड की प्लेइंग 11 में number 1 रविंद्रा, number 2 Will Young, number 3 केन विलियमसन के फैन वीडियो को लाइक करें, number 4 डैरल मिचेल, number 5 Tom Latham, number 7 Phillips, number 8 Senator, number 9 Rourke, number 10 Henry, नंबर 11 जेमिसन का नाम आता है. दोनों टीमों की आप लोगों ने प्लेइंग 11 देखी. दोनों टीमों के दरमियान जो लास्ट 10 मैचेस खेले गए हैं, 5 न्यूजीलैंड ने जीते, 5 साउथ अफ्रीका ने जीते. तो इस तरह दोनों टीमों का पलड़ा फिलहाल बराबरी की सतह पर है. तो आज का मुकाबला बहुत अहम मुकाबला है. आपके सामने है बिल्कुल लाइव जारी और सारी. न्यूजीलैंड का स्कोर आप देख सकते हैं. न्यूजीलैंड टीम टोटल कितने रन कर पाएगी आज के मुकाबले में, टारगेट कितने रन का देगी, प्लीज आप लोगों ने जल्दी से कमेंट कर देना है. और ये मुकाबला कौन सी टीम जीतेगी ये भी आप लोगों ने कमेंट बॉक्स में बता देना है. मेरे ख्याल में न्यूजीलैंड टीम 300 रन बना जाएगी. तो आप क्या कहते हो, 300 रन कर पाएगी या नहीं, ये भी आप लोग लाइव चैट बॉक्स में बताएं. हम आपका कमेंट भी पढ़कर सुनाएंगे. आप कौन से मुल्क कौन से शहर से इस मैच को देख रहे हैं ये भी आप लोगों ने प्लीज कमेंट कर देना है. हम आपके
just watching that bumper from Janssen go by, and then post that deciding, well, don't think I have to. I can play any of them. And also,
और आपके
he
मुल्क
just
का
looks
नाम
to
भी
be playing
लेंगे और आपने जो
absolutely
कमेंट करना है वो
everything
भी
on the
पढ़कर
up, whether
सुनाएंगे।
he's going straight or trying to go through that offside. So pressing the button here and making sure within the confines of their shot making. Lucky bowler.
Yeah, very lucky. Just relying on the fielders, hoping that if it is hit along the ground or somewhere along the ground.
खास किस्मत इनकी चमकी नहीं, लेकिन जब से कप्तानी छोड़ी है तब से इनकी फॉर्म वापस दोस्तों जरूर आ गया। और मुझे लगता है कि ऐसा जॉर्ज बटलर के साथ भी होने वाला है। बटलर की भी कप्तानी के बाद उनकी फॉर्म जो है वो वापस जरूर लौटेगी। वैसे क्या कहना है आपका? बटलर को कप्तानी छोड़नी चाहिए थी या नहीं छोड़नी चाहिए थी? वैसे मुझे लगता है कि जॉर्ज बटलर को कप्तानी छोड़ देना ही बेहतर था, क्योंकि कुछ खिलाड़ियों को कप्तानी सूट नहीं करती है, कुछ खिलाड़ियों को कप्तानी रास नहीं आती है। और बेसिक
No, it's gone straight up. Slower ball. Catch taken. There's the breakthrough. Markram takes it.
बटलर उन्हीं खिलाड़ियों के अंदर शामिल है जिनको
South Africa.
जैसे कि भारत के सचिन तेंदुलकर थे, जैसे कि पाकिस्तान के भी कुछ ऐसे खिलाड़ी थे जिनको कप्तानी रास, बाबर आजम जिनको कप्तानी रास नहीं थी। और खैर अभी तक तो मोहम्मद रिजवान को भी कप्तानी रास नहीं है, लेकिन दोस्तों केन विलियमसन को भी कप्तानी रास नहीं थी। इनकी कप्तानी के अंदर न्यूजीलैंड की टीम ने फाइनल भी खेले एक दो बार, लेकिन जीत कोई नहीं पाई। और इसी तरह से जॉर्ज बटलर ने जब कप्तानी शुरू की तो जॉर्ज बटलर की कप्तानी में इंग्लैंड की टीम ने पहला T20 वर्ल्ड कप तो जीता था, लेकिन उसके बाद लगातार इंग्लैंड की टीम बैकफुट पर जा रही थी और कोई एक भी जो ICC इवेंट था उसके अंदर वो सेमीफाइनल तक नहीं पहुंच पाई। फिर वो 2023 का वर्ल्ड कप हो, 2022 की वर्ल्ड टेस्ट चैंपियनशिप की ट्रॉफी हो, फिर 2024 का T20 वर्ल्ड कप हो, या फिर 2025 की चैंपियन ट्रॉफी, और या फिर 2025 का वर्ल्ड टेस्ट चैंपियनशिप से बॉलिंग करने के लिए आए। पहली गेंद के ऊपर विल यंग ने रविचंद्र वेद्रा ने 1 रन बनाया और स्ट्राइक दे दिया दूसरे रन पर खड़े बल्लेबाज केन विलियमसन को। केन विलियमसन के लिए रबाडा ओवर की दूसरी गेंद करेंगे। विलियमसन अभी तक अपना अकाउंट नहीं खोल पाया, अभी तक अपना खाता नहीं खोल पाए हैं दोस्तों। एक गेंद का सामना किया उन्होंने। पार्टनरशिप जो 48 रन की जुड़ी थी दोस्तों वो टूट चुकी है। अब दोबारा से पार्टनरशिप जोड़नी होगी इस मैच में। मुझे लगता है कि आज जो ग्लेन फिलिप्स हैं न्यूजीलैंड का, रबाडा ब्यूटी, पहली गेंद रबाडा की बहुत सुंदर ऑफ स्टंप से फुल रन गेंद घूमती हुई थोड़ा सा माइनस आउट स्विंग लेती हुई बल्ले के ऊपर से होती हुई गेंद सीधा विकेट के पास गई है। बहुत शानदार पहली गेंद रबाडा की, गुड लेंथ पर पड़ी, बाहर की दिशा में आउट स्विंग हुई और गेंद बल्ले के ऊपर से होती हुई सीधा विकेट के पास दोस्तों। रन पर आने का मौका नहीं पहली गेंद के ऊपर, पहली गेंद डॉट आती हुई। अगली बॉल एक बार फिर से सामना करेंगे रबाडा की अगली गेंद का केन विलियमसन। रबाडा अगली बॉल लेकर दौड़ते हुए आए, अंपायरों किया क्रॉस, कट शॉट खेला थर्ड मैन की दिशा में, 1 रन बनाया और 1 रन के साथ केन विलियमसन ने अपना अकाउंट भी ओपन कर लिया दोस्तों। और न्यूजीलैंड का स्कोर 50 अप नाउ, 50 रन पूरे न्यूजीलैंड की टीम के इस मैच के अंदर। 50 अप फॉर न्यूजीलैंड नाउ। केन विलियमसन को भारत के बॉलर्स ने बहुत परेशान किया था। केन विलियमसन की भी एक वीकनेस है, गुड लेंथ के ऊपर डली हुई गेंद बिल्कुल ऑलमोस्ट 4th स्टंप के ऊपर आती हुई गेंद को केन विलियमसन आउट होते हुए नजर आते हैं। अभी तक भारत ने, बांग्लादेश ने, पाकिस्तान ने, जितनी भी टीम्स ने केन विलियमसन के खिलाफ गेंदबाजी की है, इनको उसी लाइन के ऊपर एक जब किसी बल्लेबाज की कोई वीकनेस पता चल जाती है ना किसी एक टीम को, तो फिर सारी टीम के गेंदबाज उसी वीकनेस को आजमाते हैं, फिर उस वीकनेस के ऊपर काम करना पड़ता है उस बैट्समैन को। तो केन विलियमसन की वीकनेस है दोस्तों थोड़ी सी फुदर लेंथ गेंद, ऑफ स्टंप से थोड़ी सी 4th स्टंप के ऊपर डली हुई गेंद जो उछाल लेकर निकलती है और माइनर से अगर वो सीम मोमेंट लेती है तो केन विलियमसन उस गेंद के ऊपर स्लिप में या विकेट कीपर के ऊपर कैच देते हैं। और एग्जैक्ट यही वाली वीकनेस आज कुछ समय पहले विराट कोहली की भी थी, उन्होंने वर्क किया उसके ऊपर, क्योंकि आपको याद होगा जब भारत और ऑस्ट्रेलिया के बीच में टेस्ट सीरीज चल रही थी तो विराट कोहली एक ही गेंद के ऊपर आउट होते थे। ऑफ स्टंप से बाहर आती हुई 4th स्टंप पर आती हुई गेंद को छेड़ बैठते थे विराट कोहली फ्रंट पर जाकर, और वही वीकनेस इस समय केन विलियमसन की भी है। डॉक्टर शाहनवाज कह रहे हैं इंडिया सिटिंग इन दुबई एंजॉयिंग familiar situation, this is unfair। डॉक्टर शाहनवाज भाई क्या कर सकते हैं, संजय तौस हमारे साथ है।
What we've seen so far in the 8 overs, back of a length and short into the pitch hasn't really worked. It is that sort of length, just slightly fuller than that good length on this surface. And if Rabada's been watching, which he has, you probably know exactly where to bowl. That is the perfect start. Probably the length you want to be at, be it with pace on or pace off.
Yeah, Pom, just going back to the point, it looks like such a good surface that there might just be a chance you offer up as a batter when you first get there. In the first 5-10 deliveries.
और कोई टाई नहीं हुआ सेमीफाइनल्स में साउथ अफ्रीका बहुत कम मैचेस जीती है और न्यूजीलैंड भी लगभग कम ही जीती है, बट न्यूजीलैंड साउथ अफ्रीका से बेहतर बार जीती है, ये दिखा दूं आपको। अगली गेंद की तरफ लेके चलते हुए इस मुकाबले में आप सभी के साथ होते हुए दिखाई दे रहे हैं। राइट आर्म ओवर द विकेट से गेंदबाजी लेकर चलते हुए इस मुकाबले में हमारे साथ दिखाई देंगे। पहली गेंद न्यूजीलैंड ने लेग स्टंप से दूर की गेंद थी, हल्का सा फ्लिक करा, गेंद गई स्क्वायर लेग की दिशा में। 1 रनों का इजाफा, दूसरे रन के लिए जा रहे हैं। 1 रनों के साथ ही यहाँ पर दिखाई दी 1 रनों के साथ 9.1 गेंद 52 रन हो चुके, 1 विकेट के नुकसान पर अभी तक के इस मुकाबले में। 9.1 गेंदों पर 52 रन हो चुके, 1 विकेट के नुकसान पर अभी तक के इस मुकाबले में केन विलियमसन यहाँ पर मौजूद है। 3 गेंदों पर 1 रनों के साथ दिखाई दे रहे। अगली गेंद की तरफ लेके चल रहे हैं। इस बार किस प्रकार से परफॉर्मेंस रहेगा जो कि देखने वाली बात रहेगी हमारे साथ। 9.1 गेंद 52 रन, 1 विकेट के नुकसान पर। राइट आर्म राउंड द विकेट से लेके चलते हुए इस बार गेंदबाजी आप सभी के साथ। अंदर आती हुई गेंद थी, बैकफुट पे जाके खेला गया शॉट, बैट और गेंद का इस बार भी संपर्क नहीं हो पाया। फिलहाल डॉट बॉलों के साथ 9.2 गेंदों पर 52 रन हो चुके, 1 विकेट के नुकसान। रन रेट 5.57 का है। पार्टनर स्पिन यहाँ पर हमारे साथ 9 गेंदों पर 4 रन की होते हुए दिखाई दे। रबाड़ा हमारे साथ जुड़े हुए सभी दर्शकों को बता दें जो कि 29 गेंदों पर 29 रनों के साथ मौजूद है। आने वाले बल्लेबाजों के साथ ओवर की तीसरी गेंद लुंगी नेगडी लेके चलते हुए। राइट आर्म राउंड द विकेट से गेंदबाजी लेकर चलते हुए इस मुकाबले में आप सभी के साथ दिखाई देंगे। ऑफ स्टंप से काफी दूर की गेंद थी, खेला गया शॉट, गेंद गई सीधा, खिलाड़ी के हाथ में पहुंच गई। 1 रनों का भी इजाफा नहीं हो पाया। डॉट बॉलों के साथ 9.3 गेंदों पर 52 रन हो चुके, 1 विकेट के नुकसान पर अभी तक के इस मुकाबले में दिखाई दे। केन विलियमसन 5 गेंदों पर 1 रनों के साथ मौजूद है। रचिंद्र रविंद्र जो कि 29 गेंदों पर 29 रनों के साथ यहाँ पर दिखाई दे रहे हैं। अगली कुछ गेंदें अब आप सभी के साथ लेके आते हुए दिखाई देगी जो कि बहुत अच्छी दिखाई दे रही है।
There's a look. Record in semi-finals. There's that record in semi-finals in men's ODI tournaments. South Africa got through 10 times, New Zealand 12 times. 1 win for South Africa and 4 for New Zealand. Ngidi continues. He's been pretty good.
Yeah, as a bowler, you obviously come into each match with a plan, and you think, well, let me use my big skills, my waist swinger, my good length, my try and nick him off, try and LBW, but eventually it gets to a stage where none of those are working. What can I do? And you can see the change of pace was the thing that did for Young. That's what Lungi Ngidi had to go to. So instead of trying to swing it, instead of trying to nip it, instead of trying to target the stumps, it's trying to deceive the batter with pace. And when you manage to do it in those first 10 overs, it's vitally important, particularly after they got off to a good start.
Yeah, good bowling. He's found his length and been able to stick to it, try and stay as straight as possible as well. Particularly in this power play, South Africa trying to get out of it. Lowest to 112, and it's very well disguised, that slowie from Lungi Ngidi. Breaks that wrist very late. And many be going, oh, you know, semi-finals and all of this. South Africa in recent times have been fantastic. need to be good in the field, don't you?
Yeah, we showed a graphic early on in the day. These two teams best from a catch efficiency perspective, but also very good fielders. And on a pitch and a surface like this, where runs are going to be of a paramount importance to try and restrict, you need contributions from the whole unit. Almost have to all be part of the bowling attack. You have to do your job. It could be a brilliant catch or a brilliant bit of fielding that brings a run out. Something along those lines could have a massive impact.
Oh, excellent. Again, straight to him. He was big to take it. But, yeah, it's top work. And it's 3 dots in a row. And the other side of things, I think, is the fact that on a pitch that's good, batters expect that they'll control proceedings and the tempo of the game. And when they're good stops and you create some sort of pressure that way, you can draw a false shot with them trying to force things. You're just bearing your point out there, Sean, that the two teams that have been pretty good. I failed it. Yeah, there you go again. That was well on its way to the fence, and Miller got between the ball and the fence, saving 4.
That's exactly the point. Short and wide, and Williamson misses out, but not Miller. There was poor delivery, but backed up in the field, so another dot ball.
Another format that we play between these two nations. That's knock on, scrum down. New Zealand ball.
Well, final delivery now, and in an over that's gone for just 1 and there are 4 dots. If you're in the field, you're awake to what might be an opportunity. As the bowler, you need a good one to close it out. What a shot. What a shot that is. Laced through the offside and away for 4. 10 done. 56 for 1 New Zealand.
Yeah, Williamson might have thought in his first 7 deliveries that he's got a few that he could have put away, been unable to do so. So he'll be very happy that he manages to find the gap there. Just opens the face, and can you thread it through? Yes, you can.
Centre. Look around at all those stadiums. The Gaddafi Stadium looks pristine.
10 overs completed, and the bowlers breathe a sigh of relief because the extra few boundary riders can go out.
Yeah, and you feel just a little bit more in control. Bowler, captain. Okay, where are we shepherding these batters to? If they're going to work the ball, hit the ball, in which direction should they go? We're pretty much in the center, just 3 meters discrepancy square, so you know there's not much to speak of in terms of a longer or shorter boundary.
Also, it won't be long until the change of pace comes in. I think South Africa will try and get Mara Roger in as soon as possible. I'm fascinated and looking forward to seeing how he gets on. Mitchell Santner, another wonderful exponent of the left-arm spin game. And they're going to both have to play big parts for their team on a surface that's looking really good.
Dead straight. A look at the power play.
Yeah, it's been the back foot play, or just to stand up on length balls from Ravindra. He's been able to hit the ball on the rise. Then the slow one, which accounted for Young, who was beautifully bowled. I think pace off is probably the way to go, but lots of boundaries, but South Africa coming back at the back end of those 10 overs.
Decent job done. Good grouping. You want to stay right there like that. Ask them to work off the stumps, keep those stumps in play. But New Zealand, I think they'll be quite happy with how things have gone. Yes, they'd have liked to, you want more runs, but 56 for 1 is their highest power play, and essentially it's about bedding themselves in. Post the game, you might go back and say you'd have done more if it's not enough in the end, but with the way South Africa have bowled, they've bowled pretty decently. average here. 65 in the tournament because it's been so good.
That's what I was going to say. I'd venture to say that it's kind of even Stevens. South Africa haven't created anything. We haven't seen balls go past the outside edge. We haven't even seen maybe an LBW shot. There's where the posters are put back. There are some South Africans. We saw them earlier on in the day walking into the ground, coming to support. And I think from a Pakistan perspective, Baz, maybe you can share some light on this. I think Pakistan people would actually like South Africa and New Zealand almost as their second teams. If their team can't get through, they're a big fan of New Zealand and South Africa. I've come to know as we're making our way around.
5.73 का बहुत सुंदर रन रेट चल रहा है न्यूजीलैंड की टीम का। 5.73 का रन रेट रोकना पड़ेगा न्यूजीलैंड की टीम को थोड़ा सा, साउथ अफ्रीका की टीम को। गेंदबाजी में बदलाव, अभी भी स्टिल कप्तान ने स्पिन गेंदबाज को नहीं लाया। एक बार फिर से गेंदबाजी में बदलाव और यहाँ पर दोस्तों वियान मॉल्डर को लाया गया गेंदबाजी करने के लिए। ये राइट हैंड के फास्ट बॉलर वियान मॉल्डर, ऑलराउंडर है बेसिकली ये भी। और अच्छी बात मजे की बताऊं आपको कि इसकी भी स्पीड, वियान मॉल्डर की जो स्पीड है वो भी ऑलमोस्ट 140 की स्पीड के साथ, 140 की गति के साथ वियान मॉल्डर भी गेंदबाजी करते हुए नजर आते हैं दोस्तों। वियान मॉल्डर बॉलिंग करने के लिए आए इस मैच का 12वां ओवर लेकर और सामना करेंगे रविचंद्र रविंद्रा। सेकंड बॉलिंग चेंज, replacing Lungi Nijidi in the deck. Ryan Mauldner राउंड द विकेट से आए, पहली गेंद ऑफ स्टंप के ऊपर, स्टंप्स की लाइन में ऑफ स्टंप को टारगेट किया और इस गेंद को कवर की दिशा में पुश किया है रविचंद्र रविंद्रा ने। रन नहीं मिलेगा, डॉट के नाते भी कोई रन बनाने का मौका नहीं। रविचंद्र रविंद्रा आज अच्छी बैटिंग करते हुए 100 के स्ट्राइक रेट के साथ खेल रहे हैं रविचंद्र रविंद्रा। 32 गेंदों पर 31 रन बनाकर बल्लेबाजी करते हुए दोस्तों। 5 चौके आ चुके उनके बल्ले से और जिस तरह वो सेट दिखाई दे रहे हैं, जिस तरह वो रिदम के अंदर दिखाई दे रहे हैं, ऐसा लग रहा है कि जरूर वो लंबे बारी खेलने के लिए जाएंगे आज रविचंद्र रविंद्रा। उनका विकेट पर खड़े रहना ही बहुत एक गुड लक रहेगी न्यूजीलैंड की टीम की। अगली बॉल फिर से फुदरनंद गेंद अगेन पैड और बैट मिलाया, सामने स्ट्रेट के ऊपर पुश किया इस गेंद को, मिड ऑफ पर खड़े फील्डर की दिशा में जाते हुए गेंद और रन बनाने का अगेन कोई मौका नहीं। Another dot गेंद from रविचंद्र रविंद्रा। दो लगातार डॉट गेंद है रियान मॉल्डर के इस ओवर की। रियान मॉल्डर थोड़ी सी ओवर पिच गेंदबाजी कर रहे हैं, आगे थप्पा डाल रहे हैं, थोड़ी फुदरनंद गेंदबाजी का इस्तेमाल कर रहे हैं, वो पीछे गेंद नहीं कर रहे हैं और दो गेंदों को संभल कर खेला। अगली बॉल दिस टाइम अगेन फुदरनंद गेंद डाउन द लेग साइड, इस गेंद को ऑन ड्राइव किया है, पूरा स्विंग नहीं दिया बल्ले को, लेकिन फिर भी गेंद गैप में निकलती हुई डीप मिडविकेट की दिशा में गई है गेंद, मगर 2 रन बनाने का समय मिलेगा इस गेंद के ऊपर और 2 रन के साथ स्ट्राइक रविचंद्र रविंद्रा के पास ही रहेगा दोस्तों। 65 पर पहुंचा है न्यूजीलैंड का स्कोर। ये थोड़ी स्लो गति की गेंद थी, 128 किलोमीटर की रफ्तार से गुड लेंथ पर गेंद थी, लेकिन स्ट्रेट टू द मिडल स्टंप ये गेंद जा रही थी। फ्लिक शॉट थ्रू द मिड विकेट फॉर अ कपल ऑफ रन्स।
He's hit a good area consistently, more consistently than he used to.
अगली बॉल ओवर की चौथी गेंद, बाउंड्री आए हुए इस ओवर के अंदर फिलहाल कोई बाउंड्री नहीं आई। चौथी गेंद लेकर आया राउंड द विकेट से मॉल्डर, दिस टाइम शॉट अगेन ऑन साइड के ऊपर। इस बार गेंद ने बल्ले का टॉप एज लिया था, अगेन फ्लिक शॉट खेलना चाहते थे रविचंद्र रविंद्रा, मिडविकेट की दिशा में फ्लिक शॉट खेलना चाहते थे, लेकिन इस बार गेंद ने बल्ले का टॉप एज दिया और गेंद मिडविकेट की दिशा में गई दोस्तों। फील्डर के सर के ऊपर से डीप मिडविकेट पर गई फील्ड गेंद दोस्तों, काफी हाई गई थी बट सेफ गिरी, मगर 1 रन बनाने का समय मिला फिर से इस गेंद के ऊपर। इस बार 131 की गति। एक चीज
इस ओवर में वियान मुल्डर के सामने केन विलियमसन स्टंप पर बॉल और उस गेंद को स्क्वायर लेग पर खड़े हुए खिलाड़ी के हाथ में खेला केन विलियमसन ने। रन कोई मिलेगा नहीं, एक और गुड लेंथ की बॉल, थोड़ी सी नीचे रही बॉल। कुछ गेंदें हमें काफी ज्यादा नीचे रहती हुई नजर आई हैं, यानी कि जो हल्की फुल्की मॉइस्चर है इस विकेट में वो मदद दे रही है गेंदबाजों को, लेकिन जैसे जैसे धूप पड़ेगी इस विकेट पर, और आप जानते हैं कि भारत और पाकिस्तान के समय में उतना अंतर नहीं, तो अच्छी खासी धूप ऑलरेडी पड़ चुकी है इस विकेट पर। आखिरी गेंद वियान मुल्डर के पहले ओवर की। अभी तक मात्र 3 रन। आखिरी गेंद को थर्डमैन की तरफ खेल दिया है केन विलियमसन ने और टहलते टहलते 1 रन पूरा कर लिया है। इस 1 रन के साथ टीम न्यूजीलैंड पहुंची 67 तक। 12 ओवरों के बाद 67 रन, 1 विकेट टीम न्यूजीलैंड। 4 रन आए वियान मुल्डर के पहले ओवर से। क्या अभी भी स्पिनर की तरफ नहीं देखेंगे कप्तान टेम्बा बबूमा? क्या अभी भी कगिसो रबाडा की तरफ जाएंगे? शायद हाँ, क्योंकि कगिसो रबाडा ने अब तक ज़्यादा गेंदबाजी नहीं की है। अगर आप उनकी गेंदबाजी को देखेंगे तो उन्होंने अब तक सिर्फ 2 ही ओवर किए हैं, 10 रन दिए।
Just the single as well. It's a decent amount of pressure being put here, and nothing really sort of flowing as yet. Just 5.5, just over per over for New Zealand. I think a good job done, bowling-wise.
There's his stats for the tournament: 2 for 36, 3 for 75. He's been good so far, Milder.
And he's started well here. Just the 3 off the over. Going to try and close it out now. Fielder's back square, so hit a length, stay on the stumps, mid-off, mid-on, up in the circle. They think of it maybe later on with Williamson to sort of try and get at him and get down the ground. Yeah, good bowling, good start. 12 done, 67 for 1. Saints. To work that length out, having not played in the tournament, have not played here in the tournament at all, and have done a good job actually, all their seamers, of working out where they need to be. Also that line, dead straight.
Rabada's holding a good length. It's probably not the end he wanted to come from. He's having to charge into the breeze. The breeze has changed. It kind of was coming across the ground for a long period of the time before the start of play, but has almost gone into Rabada now. And you wonder if someone like a Williamson will think of maybe using his feet, trying to use that breeze to advantage, pick on the mid-on and mid-off that are up in the inner circle, as you saw from that graphic. Might be a plan.
Yeah, something's got to give. I reckon something's going to happen here. 19 from 28 balls. Now, on we go about, good surface, and this partnership not quite dominating. South Africa dotting it up.
The way that New Zealand do play is that they build throughout the innings. Now, this is a surface which has produced a lot of boundaries, a lot of runs. And there's even talk about a little bit of dew right at the back end of the second innings. So, keeping that in mind, do you go harder?
Oh, just short. Couldn't quite get to it, Keshav Maharaj. It was a slower one from Rabada. Nearly had his man.
He's taken the lead from Ngidi. They're obviously good friends, and they've probably communicated that Ngidi felt the slower delivery was the best ball on this surface. Maharaj actually does well, because if he doesn't decide to go for it, he's got to do everything he possibly can to make sure it doesn't get past him. That's the delivery that KG's added to his game not so long ago. It's the leg cutter rather than the orthodox offie.
This is very good from South Africa. They built the pressure, and as Pommy suggested, something has to give. Now, Williamson, a master of assessing what tempo to go at, but you just feel that they're behind the 8 ball right now.
Also, what's happened is Ravinder Jadeja's been starved a little bit of a strike. He hasn't been on strike for much. He's kind of been out there for the last 2 or 3 overs, hardly faced the ball. It wasn't good touch. And we're hoping that that went to Rabada to conclude the 13th. And a little bit of a sore side for Kane Williamson. 67 for 1.
entering the squeeze on New Zealand, 67 for 1 after 13 overs. Wonderful adapting to the surface from South Africa. First 7 overs, New Zealand were bossing things. South Africa changed things up nicely. Nicely played down the ground. Again, good fielding.
Kane just decided to take a little stroll down the wicket in that ball there. He's 11 off 21 right now. Just probably recognizing that he carries on batting the way that he's batting. South Africa will just hold that length and that line. It's proving to be a little bit difficult on the surface right now. So just trying to change the length of Wiaan Mulder. You might see just with that little double step that Wiaan might drag his length down now to enable Kane to play more of the back foot, free his arms up.
Accumulator of runs, Dooley, but at this stage you look at what South Africa have done and how they've managed to vary their length and how they've managed to put the squeeze on New Zealand. It's going through his mind.
Sort of player that respects good bowling. I think that's what's happened in the last 5-6 overs. Particularly the length, yes, but I think the line has been key. They've bowled really tightly. And at that off stump, just outside the line, it's been brilliant the way they've hauled things back nicely. But Kane Williamson's smart enough, you would think.
It's hammered away. Ravindra breaks the shackles. A welcome boundary for New Zealand.
Yeah, you just feel with even all the pressure that South Africa has built, New Zealand are just a boundary or two away from getting back to where they want to be. And the man that's managed to do that so far throughout this innings is Rachin Ravindra. It's kind of stand and deliver. He's picked up the pace of this pitch. Mulder dragging it slightly short. For a man that's been out there for 37 deliveries, that's meat and drink for him.
Going to bring about a change as well. Fine leg coming up inside the circle. Edie going back to a long on, so instant change courtesy of that shot. Last evening, yesterday afternoon,
frustration
New Zealand final training session leading into the semi-final. The game. It's talking cricket. And Devon Conway, best of mates. Conway's brains on a regular occasion.
Still to come, but you got a sense that this partnership, if it kicks on, it could really put pressure on South Africa. He picks up pace in his innings so well, does Rachin Ravindra. He's a great student of the game, had wonderful role models to look up to as he was making his way in international cricket. Early call from Williamson. 10 from the over, 14 gone at 77 for 1. Final opportunity to enjoy ICC Champions Trophy action here in Lahore. The last 30 balls, just going to 26 runs. Everything keeping it tight. Wicket of Young just putting the skids on scoring. Little margin for error here.
That's what I was talking about, Dale and Cass. When they have been tight, and it's been more so in the last 4 or 5 overs, anything in and around those stumps is respected. As soon as there's been an element of width, whether it be offside or leg side, enough room to find the boundary. Patience, I think, is the key from a bowling point of view, and sometimes we're not always best at that, Dale.
No. Fast bowlers, not much.
That's exactly what we're talking about. Anything straight will be put away.
Well, this is beautiful from Kane. Kane's just drifting a little bit into the legs over here. And Kane, you can see how stable he is. He's waited for this. He hasn't gotten a lot of loose balls, and the first one he gets, thank you very much. Just add 4 to my score. And we spoke about it earlier. He's now 18 off 24, and again, he's another boundary away from going 22 off 25, and he'll feel like he's just back to where he wants to be.
I'm away too by Kane Williamson, not as well hit. But again, you just get a sense that Williamson now is ready to get a move on. Talk about patience from a bowling perspective. I've enjoyed the patience that this New Zealand batting order has shown throughout this competition, how they've accumulated runs and built good partnerships. Isn't any panic out there?
Last 3 deliveries have all been slightly leg side. Just first one was full and angled in. The last couple have just been slightly shorter, but still angled in. Tight lines you're looking for to Williamson. Just stray, he'll pick you off all day.
It is such a tight line, though. You know, if you're on off stump, it's a dot ball, and the batters tend to like block it and almost square up, block it towards mid wicket, maybe cover mid on. And as that ball angles in towards middle stump, it just almost becomes so much more easier. The wicket looks like it is just a little bit slower than I think the batters were expecting. Originally, when I looked at the pitch this morning, it had that little bit of grass on it, and the groundsman said that the ball would hit the grass and skid on. But it looks like it's just not stopping a lot, but it's not as quick as one would like it.
Nicely guided away for a single by Williamson. An end of 15 overs, 87 for 1. Time for drinks here in Lahore.
बल्लेबाज की कमी होती उनको वो जरूर रेक्टिफाई करेंगे। राजेश यादव आजमगढ़ से सुन रहे हैं, बहुत स्वागत है। और कमलेश बाबरी जी भी हैं, रेहान खान भी हमारे साथ है, वेदपाल सिंह भी हैं हमारे साथ, फैजान बबलू भी हैं। लेकिन अफसोस की बात है कि वनडेयर्स जो हैं रचिन जैसा खेल रहे हैं, वनडेयर्स
ICC
आने वाले हम साइकिल में भी देख रहे थे तो वनडे बहुत गिने चुने मुकाबले आने वाले 2027 में विश्व कप ही है 50 ओवर का जो कायदे से वनडे मुकाबले हैं। बाकी बाइलैटरल्स के नाम पर T20 ज्यादा हैं। सो वनडे क्रिकेट में जो हम 2000 में या अभी तक कोहली के एरा तक देख रहे हैं जो इन्होंने 300 मैचेस खेले, अब मुश्किल है कि कोई खिलाड़ी 200 वनडे मैच खेल जाए। T20 जरूर खेल सकता है। रेवत शर्मा जी हैं, मोहम्मद इब्राहिम भी हैं हमारे साथ, इब्राहिम अब्दुल रहमान कट्टी जी हैं। मैच इज स्लिपिंग नहीं अभी स्लिपिंग कैसे हो रहा है, अभी तो पहली इनिंग चल रही है, बैटिंग पिच है और दक्षिण अफ्रीका के खिलाफ न्यूजीलैंड को अच्छी शुरुआत मिल गई है जरूर। इसका मतलब ये नहीं कि मैच स्लिप कर गया है। धीरज धीरू जी भी हैं, रियांश उनका बेटा भी सुन रहा है, बहुत सारा प्यार रियांश को और आपको प्रणाम सर। हमारे साथ डॉक्टर साहब भी हैं, डॉक्टर साहब डॉक्टर फिट हैं ये तरह से, डॉक्टर फिट, बहुत शुक्रिया आपका, वेलकम है। राजेश कुमार निषाद भी हमारे साथ हैं, पिंकी गुज्जर जी भी हैं, फयाज अली भी हैं, आप सभी का स्वागत है इस मुकाबले में। आपको बता दें कि न्यूजीलैंड ने टॉस जीतकर
Live in Lahore, 15 overs gone, 87
पहले बैटिंग करने का फैसला किया और क्या खूब फैसला किया। 15 ओवर्स में तकरीबन रन बॉल लगा दिए बोर्ड पर, 90 गेंदों में 87।
Williamson swings hard.
And there he continues.
100 for Kane Williamson, the New Zealand skipper.
एक विकेट और सचिन रविंद्र और केन विलियमसन जिस तरह की बैटिंग कर रहे हैं ये बहुत अच्छे संकेत नहीं है न्यूजीलैंड के।
8 fours and 3 sixes on that occasion in Birmingham.
खिलाफ साउथ अफ्रीका के लिए फिलहाल 16वें ओवर की शुरुआत हो रही है। वियान मोल्डर पहला बॉल और इसे सम्मान देते हुए डिफेंड किया बल्लेबाज केन विलियमसन ने। फुल पिच वाइड यॉर्कर ऑफ स्टंप के बाहर गेंद को फेंका था विलियम ने। तंजीम कुरैशी हैं, अच्छा जी तंजीम कुरैशी, बड़ा अजीब सा कमेंट आपने किया है और हमसे कोई रिक्वेस्ट क्या कर सकता है जो भी
An outstanding cricketer, just keeps getting better and better.
Got more runs. Quite phenomenal. Test average, I think now, ODI average. New Zealand's greatest ever batter.
Talk to Rachin Ravindra and he talks about batting alongside Kane Williamson and the ease that he gives him batting alongside him, the peace that he feels about his cricket.
A very calm character, Kane Williamson. A lot of situations when you hear him talk, you might think he doesn't know the numbers or know the stats around him. He does. Secretly, He knows them all. Not one of those guys that'll come out and openly tell you, but he knows. Very driven, right from a very young age. He's been driven to play international cricket. Talk about him at the age of 12, 13, 14, about how much better this young kid from Tauranga was than anyone else in the area, and how easy he looked. Bloke's got a bird's eye view of him. Nicely. Touch slow at times. You would think it wasn't an easy surface. But nicely again.
This partnership gaining some momentum now. Current rate, New Zealand will get to 284. Keshav Maharaj now. Good, he bowled against England, 2 for 35. Bowled unchanged, his 10 overs. He'll be key for South Africa in this period. Out of cricket for a year and has come storming back.
बॉल डाउन द ग्राउंड कदमों का इस्तेमाल किया.
This is the battle I've been keen to watch. Immediately on the sweep is Rachin Ravindra.
Couldn't keep him out of their top attack much longer, Bavuma. Probably was trying to avoid Rachin Ravindra for as long as he possibly could. Daryl Mitchell slated to come in next. He would love to have seen the end of Ravindra and then get Maharaj straight in. Couldn't just continue to go without keeping him out of the attack.
Timber has the option of bowling Aiden Markram. However, South Africa need a wicket right now, so you don't want to turn to Aiden, who he has the opportunities and the capabilities of taking a wicket, but he wants to move to the man that he feels that can do the job, and that is Keshav Maharaj. South Africa need a wicket right now, so you don't want to turn to Aiden, who he has the opportunities and the 45 capabilities of taking a wicket, but he wants to move to the man that he feels that can do the job, and that is Keshav Maharaj. South Africa need a wicket right.
So he's got his plans against all bowlers. Such a good thinking cricketer. He's been talking up Maharaj ahead of this encounter. Relishes the challenge. Now this partnership gaining some momentum now.
He's comfortable against the spin straight away, especially the left arm spin. Charging down the wicket back.
Current rate, New Zealand will get to 284. Keshav Maharaj now got good. He bowled against England, 2 for 35. Bowled unchanged, his 10 overs. He'll be key for South Africa in this period. 90 odd in the last 6 overs. Out of cricket for a year and has come storming back. Current rate, New Zealand will get to 284. How does he manage his bowlers? You keep those. Keshav Maharaj now. Good. He bowled against England, 2 for 35. Bowled unchanged, his 10 overs. He'll be key for South Africa in this period. 17 overs gone, 94 for 1. Out of cricket for a year and has come storming back.
Keep the air out of that last ball a little bit.
बॉल डाउन द ग्राउंड कदमों का इस्तेमाल किया.
having a look around. He's on 46, around a ball 46 for him. Onto that in a flash. And that will bring up 50 for Rachin Ravindra. He just cannot put a foot wrong. Fifth 50 in one-day international cricket. To go with his 4 centuries. Star in the making.
Yeah, if you ask Rachin Ravindra what ball he would like to get bowled to him to get a 50, it would be wide down the leg side. Free hit. And that's exactly what that was, unfortunately, for Veer Mulder. In South Africa, they've conceded a boundary in the first ball of the over, which means that he has to find a way of dragging this over back. 5 already off this over. But a wonderful innings so far from Rachin Ravindra, 51 of 48, and he's looked in total control today. Playing the pull, playing the back foot drives, waltzing down the wicket. Really a man that feels he can do it all.
Shot also brought up the 50 partnership between Rachin Ravindra and Kane Williamson. His ability to endure the quiet moments. I really respect that. Up for New Zealand, 100 for 1 in the 18th over.
Missed game number 1, courtesy of an injury picked up to his eye in that tri-series recently. He was welcomed back in match number 2 for New Zealand in this tournament. The 100 going against India, but we've seen more of Rachin Ravindra we've come to know in the last little while today.
How good is that? Rachin Ravindra opening up.
Oh, Rachin Ravindra. He has picked up the pace of this wicket so quickly. Veer Mulder just dropping it slightly short. It's probably stump high. And it is a short ball, but there's not enough pace on it. He's actually leaned forward on the front foot, similar to what you'd see from a baseball player, leaning into it, looking to hit the ball for a home run. That ball looks like it's just bounced in front of the advertising ropes. 1 bounce 4, but it is a beautiful swing of the blade. South Africa have now made a fielding change. They put out a cow corner, and they brought mid-on up into the ring to try and defend that.
Classy. Just such ease from Rachin Ravindra. He's bossing things out there at the moment.
This is a great shot. It's actually a better ball for the field that was previously set. Mavuma on a couple of occasions now just following the ball. Instead of actually trusting the bowler to come back and do the right thing, he's followed the ball on a couple of occasions now, and it's cost him another boundary. And that's exactly what's happened on this occasion, with mid-on coming up inside the circle, not trusting Mulder to get his line right. Paid the price a touch.
$15 from the over, 18 gone, 109 for 1.
Such as class. A little press forward. Starting to look a little wider than legal, that bat.
Good value for your shots here at the Gaddafi Stadium. New Zealand now. Run rate is over 6. Biggest over of the innings so far, 15 from it. This is the momentum shift that New Zealand have been looking for.
You just feel in that last over that Veer Mulder hasn't bowled enough cutters. We saw Lungi Ngidi doing it earlier in his spell, managing to fox a couple of the batters. That's lovely. That's so well bowled from Kesh. He's held his pace back there just a little bit, and something even the seamers can potentially do when they follow. This is beautiful. Reading the game.
He's got away with that one. Previous ball maybe brought that about. Changes of pace have been good. 79 up to 89. So we've got a 10k difference between the previous two deliveries. Very good against England. Changes of pace as well. Just have a look at how different a lot of these deliveries are. Much like Mitchell Santner, he's able to change the pace without any discerning difference in his action. Hitting the bat there on that occasion. Clever bowler.
Excellent from Maharaj. Just one from the over. 110 for one. Still one ball to go. I'm rushing through it as quickly as he is through his over.